Okay, perfect. Quite random little warm-up. I want you to go to your stairs, and I want you to run up and down stairs 3 times, and then come back to the camera. If you're not happy running up and down stairs, you can just walk briskly, but I want you to move up and down stairs 3 times, and then come back to the camera. Go. Get you warm this morning while I take layers off. Very mismatched combination of colours going on there. That's not pretty. 10 on the spot. Perfect. Right, now on the spot, I want you to run with high knees. Yeah, you see you're warm. This is why I'm doing it. So some higher knees. And then run with heel kicks. So try and get your heel into your bum. And then high knees again. You hear I've got snow in my shoes. And then heel kicks again. And then back to your stairs. So 3 again. Off you go. Sorry, I put more to do. Okay, well done. Right, now I want you to get up on your toes. And I want you to walk a few steps up on your toes, keeping your core braced, trying to get up on tippy toes as much as you can. So hopefully you'll feel your calves and your quads start to wake up a little bit. And then onto your heels. So heels on the ground, toes up as much as you can. Again, keeping your core braced. This just helps a bit of balance and coordination. Perfect. And then back onto your toes. And then back onto your heels. And then I want you to go and do one more run up and down your stairs 3 times. Go on. It's the best bit of cardio apparatus you have in your house, basically. Perfect. So as soon as you get back, lie on your back, arms outstretched, and roll knees from side to side. So hopefully you are out of breath and warm. Realise I haven't muted you. I'm just going to do that just so there's some weird recording things going on. There we go. So feet together, knees together, really roll your knees from side to side. Pushing down the opposite arm if it's coming off the floor. Well done. And then bring your head up into your hands, one leg straight, one leg bent, straight leg kicks. It's going to move up my mat a little bit, that's better. Good. We'll do about 20 seconds on each leg. And then change sides. Good, and then roll over onto your front, onto all fours. And I want you to do, kick your knee into your chest and then out behind you. Let your leg come up a little bit higher behind you than it normally would doing this. Keeping your core braced while you're doing it. And then change sides. One more. And then bring one foot forward, other hand down. Thoracic rotations. Look at your hand while you're doing it if you can. Otherwise, just keep looking straight down at the floor. One more. And then change sides. Good. One more. And then slowly stand up. Find somewhere to do leg swings. Leg swings forward and back. About 10 on each leg in each direction for this. Perfect, well done. Good. And change legs. Perfect. And then side to side swings. And then change sides. And then we'll just finish off with some arm circles. So turn to face the camera, Good. So tuck your bum under, core braced, before you start moving, and then big arm circles forward. You want to hit the ceiling. I need to do all my classes bare feet, and then I'll lose about ½ an inch in height from my trainers. Good, and then arm circles back. Good, and then done. Okay, activation set. So you will need your band for 4 of these exercises. It's a bandy activation set today. You can use a lightweight for one of the exercises as well, so grab that if you want to use it. Okay, so start off with bridge, holding the band over your hips. So you're going to lie the back, hold the band over your hips and anchor it in place. So I've got my hands over the band like that, down to the floor, feet hip width apart. Make sure your back's pushed down, core engaged, and then push up as high as you can at the same time as keeping your hands on the floor. We're having some gardening work done, so if you see people walking past me, that's what's happening. Off you go. So if you can't push your hips up very high without your hands coming off the floor, that's fine. You need to keep your hands down on the floor, anchoring the band in place the whole time. So we're doing this for 1 minute. So be careful about squeezing your glutes as you push your hips up and keeping your core engaged. Time to get a layer off. Keep going. 20 seconds. Two, 1, and then done. Stand up. I'm going to change bands quickly because this one is disintegrating, bless it. Finally used a band up, it's taken about a year. So take your band, now it's going to go across your back and then anchored in place. Move a bit closer. So you're sort of anchoring the bands in place in your arm like that, and the bands over your back. You're going to do a single arm chest press, like that. So you're holding the band in place on one side and pressing with the other. Now the band is going to be pushing against your arm. If that's really uncomfortable, let me know. And then just make sure you're standing properly. So if you can see I'm standing with my back really arched, that's bad. Tuck your bum under, core engaged. That's it, perfect. It's not the most comfortable exercise of this, but it is effective. Okay, then change sides. So anchoring on the other side and pressing with the band. So if it's really irritating your upper arm, I can give you a different version of this for the next set we do. Does that look quite awkward? Yeah, okay. Right, so 2 more presses. We'll do something else for the next round. Good. So next one, pop the band down, grab a weight, hold it to your chest, side lunges. So you're going to do 30 seconds on each leg. Doesn't have to be that heavy. So you're lunging out to the side and then back to the centre under control. So it's a quick movement out to the side and a slow movement back to the centre. You've got your candle. I love it. We're doing 30 seconds on each leg. I'm having a planter built at the bottom of the garden. So you can see these blokes carrying railway sleepers up and down behind me for a bit. That's what I should get you to be doing. There you go. That'll be a good warm-up. and then change sides. Make sure you keep your core braced. Well done. 5 seconds. Good. Grab your band again and kneel down. So you're going to hold your band wide and shoulder width apart. Make sure you haven't got your back arched. You're going to tuck your bum under, band above your head. You're pulling the band onto your shoulders. That's it. This isn't ponytail friendly. Honestly, if your hair's in the way, just let your head drop forward a little bit. So you should feel a bit of a pull and a squeeze across your shoulder blades. If that doesn't feel challenging enough, you can hold the band a little bit closer in, so just reduce the resistance. You're doing this for a minute, and after a minute, you start to feel that your upper back is getting a bit fatigued. Keep going. 15 seconds. And we're doing this kneeling down because it will make your core wake up a little bit more than standing as well. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then stand up with the band looped into 2. So the band's going to go above your knees. Wide leg stance. Down into a half squat. And then crab walks from side to side. Use the space that you've got. I can do about 5 steps. If you can do more, do more. Make sure that you're not shuffling your feet. So keeping a rocking movement going and trying to push your bum back. So you should feel it pretty equally in your bum and in your thighs, and hopefully in your tummy as well. Keep going. 20 seconds, good. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take the band off. I think I might have to take some heating off. There we go. Right. And then back to the bridge. So onto your back, anchoring the band over your hips. Off you go. If you can push your hips up a little bit higher on this second set, that would be great. And try and get your lower back in contact with the floor as you lower down. Well done. Five seconds. Okay, done. Right, so rather than doing the standing single arm chest press, I want you to take the band over your back. So you're staying on your back in the bridge position. The band's going to come underneath the back like that. And you're going to press on your back. So you've got a couple of options for this. It's still a bit awkward to hold, but it should be a lot more comfortable over your arms doing this. The band is underneath your armpits. It's not going over the tops of your arms. And then pressing up. So you can make this more challenging again by pushing your hips up and holding a bridge position. But it's hard enough to do with your bum on the floor. This is an upper back mobility exercise. You don't have to hold the bridge position. So hopefully that's a bit more comfortable than it was before. It's just the grip on these things is awkward. The best way to do this exercise is to feed a broomstick between the loops of the band and press that up. Okay, 5 seconds. 2, 1. If you get, leave the band on the floor, just don't trip over it. Side lunges. So grab your weight. Hold that to your chest. Core braced. And side lunge. 30 seconds on each side. Off you go. For this second set of side lunges, if you have a bit more range of movement because your glutes have woken up a bit, try and lunge out to the side a bit more if you can. 5 seconds. And then change sides. Keeping your core braced while you're doing this. Well done. Five seconds. And then done. Back onto the floor, picking up your band, kneeling overhead press. The same as last time. If you need more resistance in that last set, just hold the band a bit closer in again. So arms above your head, bum tucked under, core engaged, and then pull the band onto your back. If the band is catching in your hair, you can just let your head drop down a little bit. And at the bottom of the movement, as the band's coming across your back, pull the band apart a little bit. This exercise is kind of halfway between mobilization and activation. Just watch your back doesn't start to arch as you get tired. Keep your bum tucked under. Keep going. 15 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And then stand up, looping the band again, stepping inside it. And then crab walks. So again, wide stance, drop down. If you can get a little bit lower down for the second set, then do that. Off you go. Keeping core braced. And it's a really small shuffling step. You want to keep the band under tension all the time. Keep going. So hopefully on this second set, you can feel it more in your bum than in your thighs, hopefully. Well done. Bit of a burn now. 10 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Band off. And then lie down. Last bridge. This way. On your back. Anchoring that band over your hips. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So really work on pushing your hips up as high as you can now, keeping your hands on the floor. Think about really squeezing your glutes as you push up. Hopefully you really feel your bum working. Well done. "20 seconds. Almost there. It's the last set of these. 2, 1, done. Chest band press. So get the band across your back again. I'll try and do it a bit different this time. So I want you to anchor the band across your chest, and I want you to push up with one arm only this time. So I'm holding the band on my chest and then pushing up just with one arm. And then if you want to make that more challenging, push your hips up and hold a bridge position while you're doing it. It's better. Finding a grip that's comfortable is the most challenging bit of this, I think. Keep going, 5 seconds. So I'm holding this bridge position, but I haven't got my hips pushed up to full extension. They're about halfway. Good, and then change sides. So anchor one side. Change your grip on the band if you need to. Off you go. Definitely need to invent some sort of little plastic thing to go over these. Well done. So I'm punching my arm up to full extension and then back down towards the floor. Good. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stand up, leave the band on the floor and grab your weight. Side lunges. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Lunge to the side again. If you can get further out, it's the last set of these. The bigger range of movement you can get, the more you'll use your inner thigh. Well done. Five seconds. And then change sides. Well done. Keep your core braced. Three, 2, 1. And then kneel down, overhead press. So if you want to make it more challenging for this last set, just reduce how much band you have between your hands. So you're increasing the resistance. Off you go. Making sure that your bum is tucked under, core braced. That's it. Looking down if you need to. Perfect, well done. 5 seconds. 2, 1, done. And then last set of crab walks. Loop up that band. Step into it. Off we go. So really work on pushing your bum out for this last set. Trying to get your bum working a lot more than your quads. Pulling your tummy towards your spine. Keep the steps small. Well done. Keep going. It's time to really feel it in your bum now. Keep going. Five seconds. Hooray. 3, 2, 1. Band off. I think we're done with that pretty much now. Yes, we are. Amazing. Okay. So main workout. You've got a series of exercises to do. You don't have to remember any of them. I will go through them as we go. So we're going to start off with a weighted split squat. Quite hard to say with braces in. Only 3 months to go though, so I'll just talk normally again by April. So split squat. Nice big stride. Shoulders up, core engaged. Squeeze that back glute, and you're going to drop back leg down. And if you look at what my front leg is doing, it's barely moving. So that knee doesn't come forward. All the movement is back leg dropping. Do it with holding a weight. It doesn't have to be heavy. So I'm just going to hold my 2 kilogram disc weight again so it's easy. And you're going to do 25 seconds on each side. So just 5 seconds to change from one side to the other. Right, let's get started. So nice big stride, chest up, back glute squeezed, and then drop down. Off you go. Keep your balance. So it's really important not to let that front leg rock back and forward. So it will be moving, but your knee should stay behind your elbow. So I've got quite a sore left knee, and this isn't irritating my knees at all. Change legs. Get your balance, squeeze your back glute, off you go. Drop down. You don't have to dip very far. Five seconds. And then you're going to put the weight down. 3, 2, 1. Weight down. I just want you to either jog or march on the spot. If you don't fancy jogging, you can just do a big march, driving your arms and lifting your knees up. It's up to you. We're doing this for 30 seconds, well, 20 more. And then after this, you're going to go down into a low plank. So on your elbows, hands apart, and that's for 20 seconds. So when I say in 5 seconds time, you're going down onto your elbows into low plank. 3, 2, 1, down you go. 20 seconds. So think about your form, bum tucked under, core braced. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. And then push up into straight arm plank and either drive your knee in or bounce and do alternate squat thrusts. And that's 20 seconds. Off you go. So I'm going to start this first set, just driving my knee into my chest. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, up you get. So when I said you didn't need your band, that was a massive lie. Didn't read my own notes probably. Either a bent over row or a seated row. If you're doing a bent over row, stand on both sides of the band, so you've got little loops. And then you're going to tuck your bum under, hinge forward, so your back is flat to the floor, and bring your arms up. And that's for 45 seconds. If you are not happy about doing a bent over row for any reason, sometimes it's quite hard to maintain a flat back or to stop your back from hurting a little bit, your option is a seated row, which you can do instead. So if you start with bent over row and just think, nah, that's not for me, sit down, bring the band over your feet, and go for a seated row instead. Got 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to go to a squat press. And that's using a weight. So up you get, weight to your chest, squat press. So squat down as low as you can comfortably and then press the weight fully above your head. So I'm not going to full extension just because of my ceiling height. I'm going to go for a full extension. If you want to work quickly with this, we've got a minute's rest after this. Lovely, well done. Keep going. I'm just going to carry on without the weight so I can do the full press. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 1 minute rest. If a minute's rest is too much and you want to keep some active recovery going, then you can lie on your back, arms side by your side, and just do a bridge, pushing up and rolling down. Or you can just stop completely. This is optional. If you want to take the rest of a minute, take the rest. Got another 30 seconds. Sort my hair out. "20 more seconds, and then we're going again. So we're going to be going on to the weighted split squat. 10 seconds, get ready. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. So get into position, weighted split squat, hold the weight to your chest, back glute squeeze. 2, 1, go. Really important to keep your core braced. That will help stop you wobbling too much. Keep going. And if you keep your back leg really squeezed, that glute really squeezed, that will stop your thigh from hurting too much. Change legs. Squeeze your bum, off you go. Well done. Five seconds. 2, 1, rest. Back to running on the spot. So if you don't want to get your heart rate up too high, you can use this 30 seconds as a little bit of recovery, so you can just keep it slow. If you want to work harder, jog harder. 15 seconds, and then back down to the floor to low plank. Five seconds, get ready. As soon as I say, onto the floor, into plank. 3, 2, 1, down you go. 20 seconds. Bum tucked under, core engaged. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Push up into straight arm plank. Alternate squat thrusts. Go. Just 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bent over or seated rows. So if you weren't happy doing a bent over row, go for the seated row. So sit down if you want to, loop the weight over your feet, band over your feet. I'm going to show you the bent over row. Off we go. Make sure you've got the same amount of band in each hand, that helps. So in this bent over row position, I'm looking straight down at the floor, bum sticking out, shoulders active, arms tight to my side. "15 seconds. Almost there. 2, 1, done. And then squat press. So grab your weight. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. 30 seconds. And again, the quicker you move, the more you speed this up, the harder work it's going to be. Well done. Good. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest. So either rest for 1 minute, or if you want to keep moving, onto your back, into bridge. Active recovery again. Well done. So rather than just waiting around if you want to move, go onto your back, arms down by your side, push your hips up, doesn't have to be too high, and then roll your back down to the ground. So you'll still feel your heart rate coming down, but you're not just standing still. "15 more seconds, and then we're back onto the split squat. So if you are doing bridge, up you get ready, grab your weight. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Well done. So you can see that I'm doing a really small movement, but I can really feel it in the bum of my back leg. Change sides. So if you are worried about your knees, then reducing the movement a little bit is a good idea. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Jog on the spot. So again, if you want to make this harder work, make it a quicker run. This is the last set of this we're doing. And then going straight from this down to plank. I'll give you a few seconds warning. Ready? Down to your elbows. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Five seconds. And then it's up onto straight arm plank, alternate squat thrusts. 3, 2, 1. Up you get. And go. Just 20 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bent over or seated rows. So I'm going to do seated this time. You're doing the seated row, legs straight, band over your feet. Off you go. So for the seated row, you need to keep your legs totally straight, back nice and tall, arms tight to your side. Well done, keep going. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. Grab your weight, squat press. "30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off you go. So it's the last one of these. Speed it up a little bit if you can. "15 seconds. Last 5. 3, 2, 1, and then rest. Good. Have a drink. We've got a little slightly higher intensity workout to finish off with. So you need the band. First exercise, we just want you to wrap it up. You can also use a towel or a top for this as well. So you're going to do a dead bug. So you're resting the band or towel or whatever you've got across your shins. That's just to make sure that you keep your legs completely in place. For some reason, it makes it harder. Then you're going to bring your arms behind your head like that, and you're doing a little crunch up in that position, making sure that your back stays completely flat to the floor. So that's the first exercise. Then you're going to stand up, standing on your band. And I'm cheating a bit here because this band's quite easy. So make sure you've got your bum tucked under, bring the band up, ideally to shoulder height. If you can't hold it that high, there's fine, there's fine. As long as there's good tension on the band, you're gonna hold that for 15 seconds. And then moving the band safely out of the way, ski jumps. So it's a curtsy lunge with a jump. And the more you jump from side to side, the more out of breath you'll be. So start on your back. Weight balanced, it's not a weight, band balanced across your shins. Get ready, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So you're doing this crunch, make sure that you have your chin completely off your chest all the time. Imagine that you've got ropes attached to your chin and you're being pulled up to the ceiling. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, up you get. Stand on the band. So feet are hip width apart. Bum tucked under, core really braced. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Try not to hunch your shoulders, so keep your shoulders low, arms completely straight. I've got quite an easy band, so I'm not struggling too much with this, but if it's a red band, this is going to be hard. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, band away. Ski jumps. So you jump to the side. It helps if you look at the floor actually for this, because then you can spot where you're going. And the more you jump to the side, and the more you lunge back, the harder this is. "30 seconds for this one. Got 15 to go. Five seconds. 2, 1. Grab your band again. Cross your shins. 2, 1, go. So if you feel competent doing this, so it doesn't feel like it's too horribly hard, you can add a twist. So you can bring your elbow round, making sure that you keep your elbows back. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up you get. Stand on that band. Feet hip width apart. Bum tucked under, core engaged. Bring the band up. 15 seconds. So hopefully you feel this in your tummy. 3, 2, 1, band away. Ski jumps. Off we go. So go straight into those as soon as your band is away. Use your arms to help you with this. So you can use a running movement. Five seconds. 2, 1, grab your band. Last set, and then we're stretching. Band across your shins. Fingertips on temples. Off you go. So I'm going to do this twist again. I'm keeping my chin well off my chest and my elbows apart. You don't want to bring your elbows in. Think about aiming your shoulder towards your knee, not aiming your elbow. 10 seconds. 2, 1. Grab your band and stand up. Feel my tummy working now. Good. Stand on that band. Tuck under. Engage. Hold up. Well done. Keep breathing through it. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and release. Put the band away. Last exercise. Straight into these ski jumps. And if you can, jump a bit further to the side or jump a bit higher, go for it. It's the last set. Ten seconds. We're stretching after this. 3, 2, 1. Done. Well done. Right. Grab a drink. Don't get down to the floor just yet. Just keep your feet moving while you have a drink. Well done. I need to get a quieter water bottle for these things. Okay, down you go, into child pose. Feet together, knees apart, stretch forward. Nice deep breaths. Use your fingers on the mat, pull them forward a bit. And then bring your hands under your shoulders, knees in together, push up into cat stretch. And then tuck your toes under and push up into downward dog. Bum nice and high in the air. Pushing your heels down. And then slowly let your knees return to the floor. Bring one foot forward, tucking your hips under, pushing forward. Well done. And then reach. Keep breathing nice and deeply. And then change sides, so take the foot forward. Hips tucked under, push forward. And then reach. And then down into glute stretch. Straight arm plank, leg underneath, lower down, down to your elbows. Take a deep breath in, relax and just let yourself lower down a little bit more. And then change sides. So push up into straight arm plank, get your leg underneath you, lower down. Take a deep breath in and just relax. Drop down a bit further onto your glutes. And then slowly come up. So you've got the choice now whether you do a kneeling or a standing quad stretch. If you can do a kneeling stretch, take one foot forward, grab your foot, pull your heel into your bum, keeping your core engaged. Can't look round and do this one. And then change sides. So foot forward, grab your foot, pull in. And then release. Stand up slowly. Just engage your core before you roll down and then roll down. Let yourself drop down. A few more deep breaths. And then slowly roll up and stretch up nice and high. And you're done. Well done. Good work.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
The stairs were the worst.
Yeah.